So welcome everybody to Sync the Planet. What that means is it's the first Saturday in August, it's midday Paris time, which means it's about 7 o'clock in the evening Tokyo and probably about 4 o'clock somewhere in Canada. And everybody who owns a motorcycle is out riding at the same time. And my goodness, what a difference a year makes. Because this time last year, I was doing Sync the Planet in the UK, in Cumbria, Lake District. How lovely that was. And today, well, I'm doing it in the Pyrenees because I made the rather rash or foolish decision, time will tell, to move down to the southwest of France. Didn't need to brake for that. And every year, with Sync the Planet, it's the 5th year, they pose a question. And the question this year is, what's freedom? And how do we achieve it? Or what does it really mean? Now the comedian, Jim Jeffries, Australian comedian, very, very funny, very vulgar. He talks about freedom and how the Americans love their freedom. They've even got it in their national anthem, in the land of the free. And they hold on to that note free just a little bit longer to make sure that everybody gets it. But really, every English-speaking country in the world is free. And as America has the largest percentage of incarceration out of all those English-speaking free countries, the second largest being South Africa, you should go there, it's fun. America is the least free place out of all those free places. Now you want to talk about freedom, go to Holland. Holland, you can smoke a joint in Holland you can smoke a joint while having sex with a hooker in front of a policeman. Now you want to talk about free, well that's pretty damn free as far as I'm concerned. But of course he's a comedian and he brings comparisons like that as a source of entertainment, when really the idea of freedom, being free and how to achieve freedom, the truth is far different. So as an example, when I was in Egypt, or Sinai actually, the Sinese people, they like to refer themselves as individual from Egypt. At the start of 2006, there was a guy, I forget his name unfortunately, who used to run his uncle's shop in Dahab. That was it, Dahab. And he'd work his uncle's shop every day. And he was a lawyer. He was a qualified lawyer from university. And he was all set to go to London. He'd got sponsorship, he'd got a mentor. And he couldn't go because 6 months earlier were the 7/7 bombings in 2005 in London. It was a terrorist act, and because Egypt, or Sinai, is a Muslim country, it was deemed as bad timing. Basically this poor lad's choices were made for him on the strength of other people. And that's not free. That's not what freedom is. Freedom is about the choice and the ability to do what you want, when you want to do it. Another example, a friend of mine who's a travel blogger, and she's from the Philippines. And there are many, many countries that she has to apply for visas in order to visit. If she can get into those countries at all. And this is about her being, about her freedom being chastised. She can't do what she wants unless some other governing body says so. And that's a real shame, because if you go onto the International Space Station, and look down upon our beautiful blue-green planet, I don't actually see any borders. But that's not how life is. It's a little more complicated than that. Now, how do we achieve freedom? Well, what you need to do is get some of the big ass people sitting around a big ass table and just belting it out. Because there's always going to be the oppressors. There's always going to be those people who say, for one reason or another, you can't do this and this is the reason why. And it doesn't matter if that reason is just or not. That's not important. What is important is that those oppressors maintain control and maintain power. And that's not exactly fair. But the world's not fair. We know this. So, what is freedom? As far as I'm concerned, freedom is the ability to do and behave exactly how you want. I wear a crash helmet because I'm told to wear a crash helmet. Do I want to wear a crash helmet? Well, on roads like this, yes. If I was riding about town, no, not particularly. Is my freedom being constricted? Well, I guess it is, because I can't do what I want. I understand that people believe it's for my own benefit and my own safety, but whose choice is that? Is that their choice or is that my choice? Euthanasia. Euthanasia is a good one. The freedom to be able to choose whether you wish to die or not. All the pro-lifers who say, no, it's wrong for you to kill yourself. Well, what if you're in a vegetative state? What if you're in the last throes of your life and you just don't have a great deal to live for? If you want to end your life, you should be free to make that decision. No one should be making it for you. Certainly not the people who walk in your shoes. So while the question of freedom and what is it is such a far and reaching question, and to be honest, it's not one I want to be talking about while riding a motorcycle. I mean, talk about this while sitting around a dinner table after having a good meal with a couple of bottles of wine. How do we achieve freedom? I guess it's a case of making the most of what you've got. I've only been living in France for 6 months, but they have a lovely phrase here, and it translates to, in order to be happy, you must stay hidden. And I like that. I like that idea of the choice of being happy is not anybody else's decision but mine. So, as far as freedom goes, you make the most of the hand you're dealt. How do we achieve freedom? I really don't have the first idea. So thank you, Sink the Planet, for that opportunity to go up for a ride, to speak my mind about an important subject. I'm very fortunate today. There's 2 of us. I'm out here with Steve. Steve is on an Aprilia Falco. An Aprilia Falco, ladies and gentlemen. This is a bit of an idiosyncrasy, because you don't see many of them around. And it's a cracking bike, it really is. It's got the detuned Mil V-twin 1000cc lump, and it's a real oddity, but I think it's a great road bike. And he said to me, he saw me getting my bike ready to go out, he said, oh, where are you off to? I said, I'm just going up to Coldespun, something like this. Is there any reason why? I said, yeah, I'm going to be doing Sink the Planet, and he wanted to know what this was, and I told him all about it. So maybe we've got another convert. That's exactly what we did. We took a ride out from Bagnères to Col d'Espagne, stopped far, stopped off at a small cafe, took a coffee, and then on our ride back down. Happy days. That's enough rambling from me. I'll let you all get back to your day now. So there you go, everyone. That was Col d'Espagne. This is This Ordinary Life. And that was Sink the Planet for 2018. I do enjoy this idea, everybody out riding together right now, regardless of time zones, regardless of the country, physically, all riding together. It's a decent crack. So, take care everyone, I'll speak to you soon.